primarily by their number one ace here, Riker Freeman, but they've had Stockton Roberts step up, Biggs Northrup, they got Keegan Heath, and you just go down the list. They've got lots of arms, but another thing is they just hit the baseball so well. And, Coach Baker wanted to go with Freeman, keep the score down, and see if they can't score a bunch early.
So first pitch to Deegan Blackner, upstairs for ball one. And one pitch on its way. Called strike one.
One of the reasons, too, that Freeman is so effective is he's got good velocity. He's left-handed, comes across the body there with the fastball, kind of three-quarter towards over the top, but he's got a really good 12-6 curveball as well.
Just threw that one there, but just left it up a little bit. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Deegan Blackner, leading things off for Beaver. Swing and a miss. A good fastball there from Freeman.
And for him to be able to stay kind of around that pitch count that Coach Baker wants, he's going to have to be efficient and not waste a lot of pitches.
So the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Gets his first strikeout of the day. Number 1, Deegan Blackner just swung over a good fastball there. He's got that fastball that's going to tail away from the right-handed hitters. That curveball, like you said, good late break on that thing. That's going to bring up Bodie Wheatley, hitting 364, 16 runs driven in. That's from the right-hand side. Swing and a miss. Really good fastball. Getting to that point in the day where pretty shortly the sun's going to start to become a problem to the left-hand side of the infield and outfield. Curveball down in the dirt for ball one.
Yeah, we saw Wheatley earlier in the year too, Willie. We did the game there at North Sevier, and he swings a pretty good bat.
He puts the bat on the ball. Got a good eye, as he showed there, to watch that one upstairs. Here's the 2-1. Down in the dirt for 3-1.
Yeah, I imagine too, one of the game plans for Coach Carter and this Beaver team is probably to see lots of pitches.
Yep. There's one that's lifted off to the right-hand side, going to go foul.
Yeah, it's going to make it out of here.
Yeah. All right, wind blowing out just slightly. Dead center field, 402 feet out there, 343 down the right field line, 347 to the left. Full count, there's a pitch.
Got him backwards. K is Wheatley got caught looking at fastball for strike 3 for the second out of the game, and Freeman's second strikeout. Talking about the infield and position of these players. Infield pretty much straight up, playing normal left and center, but then right field a little bit more on the shallow side.
Yep. That brings up Deegan Bailey hitting 355, 13 runs driven in. Bases are empty. We're in the top of the first. No score. Pitched upstairs. Yeah, we've seen some people, some pitchers struggle a little early, and some settle right in on that artificial mound and rubber out there. Ball's lifted to Biggs Northup in left field. He's under route number 3 on the F7. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on after half inning of play. Beaver 0, the South Sevier Rams coming to bat on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
This is Mark Huntsman, President and CEO of Sunrise Engineering. Thank you to our clients and employees at Sunrise for the opportunity to work together to accomplish many great things. When you think of an engineering company, roads and water systems may come first to your mind. At Sunrise, we're in the people business. The people at Sunrise work hard to create solutions that work and relationships that last for the people of our communities. To become part of the Sunrise team or to learn more about our professional services, visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
Edge Tire Pros in Nephi is the smart choice for a new set of tires for your pickup, work vehicle, or passenger car. The technicians at Edge Tire Pros provide dependable and trustworthy service on oil changes, brake work, and suspension accessories like lip kits, bed liners, and custom rims. Choose from a wide variety of tires, including Cooper, BF Goodrich, and Michelin, with a nationwide warranty for free flat tire repair, free rotation, and free road hazard. Stop by the shop across the street from Parks Home Furnishings on Main Street in Nephi. Edge Tire Pros, living on the edge.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on
KSVC.
Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson there. Coach almost caught me unaware there. I forgot I'm still working today.
Hey.
I'd check my email, see if I had anything pressing back at the radio station. So, but it looks like I'm in the clear. Okay. So nothing. We're just going to the bottom of the first. South Sevier's first opportunity. They're going to be facing Dallas Yardley. Comes in with a 2.05 ERA, 27 in the third innings pitched, 15 base on balls, 39 strikeouts. He'll face Riley Barney, Ridge Tibbs, and Keegan Heath. 493, 438, and 329, respectively.
Yeah, Riley Barney leading the team in batting average at 493 for the South Sevier Rams team. Has done a nice job all year long in this leadoff spot.
So, has 23 runs driven in as well. First pitch swinging right at the shortstop. Andrew Hollinghead go across first for the 6-3 put out and out number one. Riley must have really liked that. He don't often swing at that first pitch.
No, and he squared it up. He hit it well, just right at the shortstop that time, Deegan Bailey.
That'll bring up Ridge Tibbs. Ridge comes in hitting 438. He's got one home run, 25 runs driven in. First pitch from Yardley, curveball. It's out there about 57 feet for ball one.
Well, we saw Ridge Tibbs last Saturday as well against Parowan get things started offensively for this Rams team with a single, and then things just kind of rolled from there. Ridge went on to go 4 for 5 in that game. He was our MVP of that game.
The other one stays down really short. Curveball there from Dallas Yardley. Big game, this might take a while for some emotions to get leveled off here. There's one that's got some good lift on it, but it's going to be right there at Andrew Hollingshead out there in left field. I was getting him and Deegan Bailey mixed up there. It's Deegan Bailey at shortstop, not Andrew Hollingshead. So the F7 for out number 2.
Well, and Ridge squared that one up really well too, but just right there, right to Andrew Hollingshead there in left field, had him played perfectly. But once again, that's two pretty well-hit baseballs from the South Sevier team.
Keegan Heath hitting 329 with 30 runs driven in to lead the team. He's going to drop one down there right in front of the left fielder in shallow left center field for the first base hit of the day.
Well, and you've seen right there, too, kind of the big hop that these South Sevier teams and Beavers teams, both coaching staffs and players, have had a chance to be here and watch some of the games prior to and see how that ball bounces. We saw it end the game with Duchesne and Millard on a ball that hit the center, bounced over the center fielder's head for an inside the park grand slam. And right there you saw how Beaver just kind of waited, let it bounce, and didn't let it come in too hard and let it bounce over their head.
Brings up Tate Brown. Keegan Heath's got good speed. Takes first pitch, down low for ball one.
Yeah, Tate Brown had a really good game last Saturday as well. He was 4 for 4 with a walk.
Batting from the left side. Pitch well outside for ball 2.
He's got good speed there at first base too, and sometimes with that left-handed batter, it shields the catcher and you don't get a real good look. But if Heath could get a good lead there, you might see him take off.
Pick off attempt there from Yardley. Heath got back.
Beaver coach is thinking the same thing, making sure Yardley's aware of Heath there at first base and choosing to throw over there.
Pitch down as well. Ball 3. 3-0. Tate Brown, you're going to bring up a ball player with the second leading home runs for the South Sevier Rams. That's Peyton Ingram in the on-deck circle with 3. Next pitch. Hold automatic.
Good job of Braden Evans that time, too, framing that pitch. That was a little bit on the outside part, but he brought it right back in over the plate for strike 1.
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first base. Tate Brown at the plate, batting from the left-hand side. Next pitch. Strike 2, curveball.
Yeah, really good job of Yardley to get back into making this count full after falling behind 3-0 with the fastball for strike 1, and then a really good-looking curveball, backdoor curveball where it catches the outside part of the plate.
That'll put Keegan Heath in motion. He knew it as well. Did Yardley. Goes across there. Got 2 outs. Full count on the pitch. Keegan Heath will be off to the track meet. Goes over again. Gets up the line. He's going to go to second.
Yeah, and he almost caught Heath leaning and almost took off a little bit early and then was able to dive back, but the ball gets away from the first baseman, Hoyt Blomquist, and Heath does move up to second base. Now, if you're Beaver, you're still going to be careful. Tate Brown, a really good hitter. You don't want to just groove one right here now that first base is open. You hate to put runners on base, but you want him to swing at a pitch that's your pitch and not his pitch.
So the first error comes on, an errant throw from the pitcher, Dallas Yardley. Curveball, Tate offers it that, fouls it off.
And outfield just a little bit opposite of what South Sevier, pretty much straight away. Other than right field was shallow for South Sevier. Right field a little deeper with the lefty, and now center fielder moves over and shades the right side.
Long look from Yardley. Here's the pitch. Brown fouls off another one.
Yeah, both the middle infielders really working hard to keep Heath close. Tate Brown kind of an inside-out swing on that pitch and fouling it over the third base dugout.
That's from the left side, just a little bit of an open stance there. Coming hitting .419, 20 runs driven in. The pitch down in the dirt. He's going to get the base on balls.
You know what? That's one of the things that impresses me about the South Sevier team as much as anything is their eye at the plate. They see the ball. They understand the strike zone really well. They don't swing at bad pitches, and they're okay taking their walks. And then when you do that, it puts a lot of pressure on the pitcher and the opposing team's defense.
Brings up Peyton Ingram, .415 batting average, 3 home runs, 20 runs driven in. Got 2 sitting out there. Timeout called at the plate.
Yeah, Peyton Ingram, we saw him hit a grand slam last Saturday in their first playoff game as well. So he's got the ability to drive the ball deep.
And it was a no-doubter, too, when he hit it. Ball 1 to Peyton. He's patient. Of course, he's the catcher for Coach Eric Baker, so he's got a good eye for the strike zone. Here's the pitch. He's going to get one. That's going to find a hole. That's going to score Keegan Heath. Up. And Hollingshead can't come up with it. Let's go through his legs. So Heath scores on the base hit.
Yeah, single and an RBI right there for Peyton Ingram, and I think that's why Hollingshead, that one slipped under his glove out there in left field because he knew he had to glove it clean and come up and make a throw to have a chance at Heath at home, and it gets under his glove, and it allows both Tate Brown and Peyton Ingram to pick an extra base up, and now runners at second and third here for Biggs Northrop.
Second error in the ball game. 1-0. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Strike 1 to Biggs Northrop. Leads the team with 5 home runs, 27 runs driven in with a .426 average. Here's the pitch, curveball. He was willing to wear that one. Just missed him. curveball finds the corner.
Yeah, Yardley's got a good curveball. It just, he hasn't had a lot of opportunities. He's been pitching for behind in the count for the most part, but when he throws that curveball, it's a good-looking pitch, and he might just need to trust it to throw it more often.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped to the center field. Center fielder going back. Did he catch it?
Yeah, he did, right on the warning track as Biggs Northrup hit that one deep to left center field. It's 380 out there in left field, and then it goes to 402 in center field, but heck of a catch by the center fielder, Bentley Bradshaw.
Yeah, on the F8 going to end the inning, but not before the South Sevier Rams come up with 1 run. They do it on 2 hits. There were 2 errors in the inning, and there were 2 runners left on base. So after 1 complete inning, it's 1-0 in South Sevier. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Coach Labrum, he really loves to see the success of his players after baseball. He loves to see a lot of these young men he's coached be successful husbands, be successful in their jobs, be successful as fathers. That means a lot to him. I've heard him say it. It makes him proud to see these boys that he's mentored and coached grow up to be good people.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Then the magic ticket.
Yeah.
There we go.
And really, I was just going to say, pretty good inning from Dallas Yardley. Gives up the 2 hits and only the 1 run. We've seen South Sevier put up lots of runs this year. They lead the team. They're 2A. They lead the state as far as the 2A teams in scoring runs, and they can put them up in a hurry.
So Titan fails to face Riker Freeman. First pitch. Upstairs, ball 1.
Fells, the third baseman, the cleanup hitter for Beaver.
Comes in hitting .343, 21 runs driven in. Next pitch bounces. Ball 2. Fails, got good speed, probably one of the better speed demons on the Beaver team. Tried to work that thing back to the inside corner, couldn't do it. Ball 3. 3-0 pitch. Get his first walk at the ball game.
That's one thing too. Beaver really plays off the emotion. You get that team fired up, and they become a whole different team. And so Freeman, needs to take a deep breath and relax and realize. He sat him down in order, 1, 2, 3 last inning, but, that happens. It's baseball. You turn around and you walk with someone on 4 pitches, but you can come back and strike out the next 3. So he just needs to relax. Yeah, and Beaver on the same, they want to continue this, see lots of pitches and try to get in the pitcher's head a little bit.
That's a straight substitution, too, because that's not a speed-up runner.
That's
We're going
true.
to see if they want to re-enter him. Get a little speed out there. Titan fails unless he's injured. I'm not.
Yeah, that's interesting that they would run for him already this game.
So Gage Radden in there. Radden's no slouch. He's got good speed. Andrew Hollingshead, 368 with 20 runs driven in from the left-hand side, fouls off the first pitch.
Well, and he had Radden fooled. Radden was heading back to first base as the ball was going home, which you want to be cautious, but you don't need to necessarily be going back, but just kind of get a short lead and make sure he goes home and then get a good secondary.
Yeah, work off that secondary. Make sure the ball's coming to you before you start back. Next one, Hollingshead had squared the bunt, takes that one upstairs for ball one.
Yeah, still imagine you're going to see Coach Carter take advantage of every base runner he gets, and right there wanting to bunt him at a second base, and we'll probably stick with that philosophy.
Called strike two on the outside corner. Left-handed batter's not used to facing left-handed pitchers much. Forgets about that tail, and that one caught the corner.
Yeah, and every coach has a different philosophy when it comes to 2 strikes on the bunter, but you might see him still try to bunt one here or maybe swing away.
Swings and misses. Third strikeout for Riker Freeman. That's first out. Got a runner at first base. That's going to bring up Cutler Matheson. Cutler's usually in the middle of everything that happens on the Beavers. Comes in hitting 314 runs driven in. He'll play just about any position on the ball field.
Well, we've seen Cutler be a big part of that state championship win for Beaver at UVU.
Yeah.
Now he's a senior, and he's been around for a while.
Ball one, when Peyton's wondering where that curveball was, a big old sweeping curveball come down. He thought maybe it caught a little bit of the strike zone. Lou says no. Go with the 1-0 pitch. That ball's lifted to the right field. That's going to go foul.
Yeah, makes it down into the Beaver bullpen. As Tyson Robb made a good effort going for it, just kind of run out of room. There's lots of room as you work from the infield behind home plate back to the outfield grass, and then it really cuts in down the bullpen areas.
Still got 20 feet down there, but at the bullpens it starts to narrow up. 40 feet down there, just past third base where it starts narrowing. Next pitch, strike two.
When Freeman gets that curveball working, he's tough. Good velocity on the fastball, but then you get that 12-6 curveball, and then it keeps these hitters off balance.
They're not going to shake him up. He's not really a rhythm pitcher. So there goes the runner. There's the throw to second. They're going to get him. Ooh. Got to head him. Radden gets the stolen base. Called the ball. So we're 2-2.
Tebbs is frustrated. He's the one that took the throw down. Thought maybe he swiped him on the back as he went through, but the umpire's saying no tag, and that negates the failed bunt because now you got the runner at second base, what you wanted earlier.
So Riker Freeman wants to talk to Peyton Ingram. So got a chance to tying run out there at second base. Peyton comes back. Make sure they're on the same page for what they want to do here.
Well, not only that, but you get a runner at second base. You want to make sure that you're mixing signs up really well.
So the 2-2 pitch on its way in the dirt. Good pick up there by Peyton Ingram to hold the base runner Gage Radden there at second base. But we'll go to the full count. Second full count in the ball game for Riker Freeman. Pickoff attempt goes wild and off into center field. It's going to allow Gage Radden to score. That's going to be the first error in the ball game for South Sevier.
Yeah.
So an error from the pitcher.
Canyon Okerlund comes over and taps Freeman, says, hey, to shake it off, let's go get the batter.
Now you need the plate out right here. Shortens up, fouls it off, right straight back. So counts full with one out. Runner at third base. So Beavers Gage Radden, they're down by one, looking to even things up here. Top of the second inning. That one bounces. Another base on balls. And uncharacteristic, really, of Riker Freeman. Although when we've seen him, he'll want 2 or 3 at a time and then come back and strike out 6.
Yeah. Well, and he's got the 2 walks here, but he does have the 1 strikeout in this inning. So Beaver has runners at first and third with 1 out.
Already 15 pitches in this inning. That puts him almost to 30. He needs a double play ball here. First pitch to Braden Evans. Swing and miss. Strike 1.
Well, and sometimes, too, you get, I mean, you talked about it. He's had big games and lots of strikeouts and things like that where sometimes you get caught up in strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Sometimes you just need a pitch to contact. You got good defense, and just don't give them the freebies. If they hit their way on, they hit their way on.
He's got a great defense behind him. Squaring the bunt. Now, Braden Evans didn't have a chance on that one. Had bat hit all wrong. No way he was going to get that one down. Fouls it off.
Yeah, and it wasn't necessarily a suicide squeeze. It was just a safety first squeeze right there. So you've got to make sure on those that you're only bunting strikes.
Explain to him the difference between the suicide and the safety squeeze, Coach, when we get a second.
Yeah, I will.
Next pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Oh, that's strike 3 because the field.
Yep, got him on the curveball for strike 3. So the difference is, had that been a suicide squeeze, the runner from third is committed. As soon as the pitcher's throwing home, he's coming home, and if you don't bunt it, guess what? He's out to dry right there. You'll probably tag him out for the out, where on the safety first squeeze, you're going to get the bunt down, and the runner at third does not go till he sees the ball hit the ground. He can work up the line, but he's not taking off on the pitch.
So the first pitch to Hoyt Blomquist is right there for strike 1. Hoyt comes in hitting .297, 12 runs driven in. Got 2 outs, got runners at first and third. That's the Beavers at first and third. They're down by 1. Got the tying run there at third base. Gage Radden. Riker Freeman swings, or throws, and Blomquist swings over the top of it. Cutler Matheson takes the stolen base on the defensive indifference.
Yeah, they just let him have the bag. They're more concerned about the runner, or the batter versus the runner.
Curveball, that's fouled off to the right-hand side. Going to get to the Beaver crowd there. Got an error on the guy in the blue shirt. So Hoyt Blomquist stays there, and that puts him at 31 pitches. Bunts it foul. That's going to end it for Hoyt Blomquist. Does that go down as a K or what?
Yeah, strikeout. So a foul ball with the 2 strikes on the bunt is just a strikeout. But curious right there, unless they felt like they could get that one bunted down the first baseline and get it fair, and then you got to still beat it out, but maybe score 1 run right there.
Yeah, so no runs on no hits. There was the 1 error, and there were 2 runners left on base after the end of 1.5. It's South Sevier 1, Beavers nothing. We're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
This is Brenda Bartholomew, CEO of Gunnison Valley Hospital. This past year, we celebrated our 90th year. It was a great experience for us to reflect on our rich history. I'm grateful to work shoulder to shoulder with remarkable people. Every day, doctors, nurses, technicians, support staff, and administration come to serve, provide care, and support our organization. Their skill and dedication to patients and to each other continue to amaze me. I could not be prouder, and I'm humbled by the incredible staff. I would like to express thanks to our communities for supporting us as we look forward to the next 90 years.
For more than 40 years, Jones & DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here, Larry H. Miller Ballpark. 2A baseball. Beaver down by 1 run. South Sevier coming to bat. First pitch, one right through the wickets of Titan fails at third base off the bat of Canyon Okerlund for the E5. The third error in the ball game for Beaver. And that'll put Canyon Okerlund at first base.
Yeah, Fells just got caught on his heels right there. Instead of attacking the ball, he waited for the big hop, and then it kind of slipped right through his glove and his legs and goes into left field. So now South Sevier with the runner on first base and no outs.
Tyson Robb squares, but watches ball one go by.
Yeah, and you might see him just continue to stick with the bunt and get that runner to second base, and then you got Cameron Hesse, who really is a really good hitter for being in the ninth spot, but it's kind of like a second leadoff and gets you turned over to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, Tyson Robb comes in hitting .303. He's got one of the home runs on the ball club, 26 runs driven in. One of 10 that the ball club's hit. Squares around again. Another pickoff attempt from Yardley.
There are a lot of teams too that they're taught to step off or throw over anytime you see a bunt. So I think they're just trying to keep the runner close.
I like the step off idea myself. Oh, there's one that's lifted towards the left side. Hollingshead coming over, shading his eyes. He's got it. For out number one.
He did a really good job. Like you said, you talked about it as this sun continues to drop here behind us to the west. It's shining right in the left fielders. Anybody on that left side of the field really in their eyes, and he did a nice job to keep the ball to the side of him, block the sun, and then make the catch. That was a well-hit ball, too, from Tyson Robb.
That brings up Cameron Hesse, 426, 20 runs driven in. Tyson Robb takes off on the pitch. There's a throw from Evans. Another time it skips off into center field. He's not watching. Of course, it's hard to watch with your head buried between the legs of the second baseman.
Well, Matheson trying to get the ball kind of ended up falling on top of him, and that's what Baker's out to argue, is that maybe he held him down to where he couldn't get up and go, and I just think nothing's going to be changed or called right here. It was just one of those incidental contact plays.
Yeah, Baker's got to come out, though, and at least show his team that he's giving them, checking things out. All righty, we're back. 1-0 count to Cameron Hesse. With Canyon Okerlund at second base now. Next pitch is up for ball two.
Yeah, Hesse.
1-1.
1-1. Hesse has a chance right here, though, to get another run in and get an RBI here for South Sevier.
That's hitting the air. The fielder Hollingshead coming in. He's got it. That's 7, out number 2.
That's back-to-back nice plays from Hollingshead as we saw him go back, shade the sun, catch one. That time he come in. He ran a long ways, too, because that ball was kind of hit behind the shortstop out there in short left field, and he's playing more towards the line, and he came a long ways, made a nice catch there for out number 2.
I don't think Bentley Bradshaw saw the ball either. So Riley Barney, first pitch swinging, grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Comes in hitting .493 with 23 runs driven in. Looking to get number 24. Curveball stays inside for ball 1.
Yardley's not overpowering out there on the mound, but he's doing a really good job of hitting his spots and mixing up his pitches between that fastball and that curveball.
1-0, they're going to pick up attempt. Shortstop. Deegan Bailey comes over behind. Titan fails. Turns and throws, but just a little late. So we'll do it again. 1-0. To Riley Barney, leadoff hitter. Coach Eric Baker and the South Sevier Rams. Pitch. Curveball. Dropped right there.
There's a big change of speeds, too. If you notice that, Willie, with his fastball and his curveball, he really takes a lot off between the two pitches.
So the 1-0 1-1 count to Riley Barney. There's the pitch, another curveball. He swings that really outside the strike zone.
Yeah, Barney just chased a bad pitch is all right there as he recognized, hey, that ball's looking pretty good, and then it broke. It was already outside, but broke way outside into the right hand or left-handed batter's box.
And then some kind of a rap dance there at the end, Denny. If you're watching on B6 Media, you'd have got to see it. He just fouls one off to the right-hand side. Stay alive. ChannelB6.com. You want to check it out? See the video to go along with the audio portion here. No, you don't have to look at me. It's just the field cameras. Next pitch. Outside for ball 2.
Yeah, Barney's just like I said, he's leading the team in batting average, a really good leadoff hitter. Doesn't swing at too many bad pitches very often, and he's learned from that one.
Pitch from Yardley, curveball coming. You saw that one. That one he left up a little bit. Don't want to do that to a good hitter like Riley Barney. You got ahead of that one a little bit, but you do that again, the more often you see it. Yeah,
and if you see the way the outfield's playing too, the right fielder is in right center field, the left center fielder is on the almost in left center field, and left fielder shading the line.
Pitch. The curveball, that's hit that way where nobody is. That's going to score the run. That's down. Riley's looking to go to 2. Nope, he's going to hold. Oh, he got picked off. Comes up too far trying to stretch, but he does get the run in on the base hit. But he's out at first base for out number 3. So Beavers, they come up, or the Sevier Rams come up with 1 run. They do it on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. So after 2 complete, it's 2-1 in favor of the Sevier Rams. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Going to face the number 9 hitter, Bentley Bradshaw. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. That's been a problem for Riker today, finding the strike zone. He's already walked 2, gone 3 full count on several. But that's way inside for ball 2.
Well, and you go back to that last hit from Riley Barney where he gets a single in the RBI. Give credit to Deegan Blackner. Really good job of getting around that ball and keeping it from going to the wall and getting it in quickly. And then that's where, Riley Barney had that big turn, was thinking 2, and then got caught in no man's land.
Yep, next pitch called strike 1. Bentley Bradshaw, 333 average, 13 runs driven in. Center fielder. Next pitch. Just a little high. Ingram held it there, give the umpire a really good look at it. He said he didn't need a better look.
Yeah, I got an update. Manti leading Juab, end of one, 3-1.
They're being upset, although they beat Juab already once this year. But Juab still came in as the number one. That one's fouled off. Evens thing up. That makes the count full.
Yeah, Bradshaw, he wanted that one. You could tell he feels like he just missed a opportunity right there, as he had a pretty good swing on that pitch.
Freeman came in with 35 pitches and wanted to hold him under 60. He's going to have to hurry. Get very far and up. Tried and held up. Another base on balls. The third base on balls for Riker Freeman. That's going to get us back to the top of the order, and Deegan Blackner, the other Deegan, coming in at 292.11, driven in. He struck out his first time up. So Bentley Bradshaw takes the lead over there. Freeman about ready to deliver that quick kick and trying to bunch it into his own dugout.
We've seen multiple bunt attempts in these first two games, now this being our third game of the day, and not very many of the bunts have been executed.
Robert and I have been talking about it. It's the lost art. You got to make a picture frame, as that was always explained to me. The ball, the bat, and the pitcher all in that same little frame. Get that bat hit, down.
Too many of the bunt attempts have been trying to get the batter on base instead of just move the runner.
Throw back. Now they've got Bentley Bradshaw in the rundown. They get him at first base.
Yeah, that was just a nice job of Ingram getting the ball in dirt, and Bradshaw getting caught too far off, and he zips it down to first base. And then good job of Ingram and Riker Freeman getting down there to help Tate Brown cover first base, but Riker Freeman gets the throw back to him and then tags him out.
So the next pitch to Deegan Blackner, curveball, get right back towards Freeman. Second baseman Barney coming in, got it. Good move there on the run for the 4-3 put out. Out number 2.
Yeah, Barney's got good speed, and it shows right there as he had to really come in, charge that one hard, field it on the infield, and then flip it to first base for the second out.
Designated hitter, number 11, Bodie.
Check the baseball there. Little gamesmanship here, huh?
Yeah, Ingram saying, hey, this one's got a scuff on it or a mark on it, and pointed it out to the umpire, and they throw that one over the Beaver dugout and says keep it.
So 2 outs. Batter's Bodie Wheatley. Struck out looking. Takes the first one downstairs for ball 1. This will be the 45th pitch. It's lifted off to the right-hand side for strike 1. Keep track, because the coach was talking about wanting to keep Riker Freeman under 60 pitches.
Yeah, and there's a chance that, he can get Wheatley right here, that he'll be able to go one more, and that's probably going to be it.
Curveball. Drops. Riker Freeman a little disappointed. I think he wanted that one. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2-0. This throws the hard one by him. Nothing secret there. This is here's my best one. Saving hit it.
Exactly, and he got him looking last time on a called strike. For the most part,
it's hard to tell where that is, up or down from up here, but
for the most part, where is Freeman missed, always down. That's a good place to miss.
That ball lifted towards the center fielder, Keegan Heath, and the F8 will end it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. At the end of 2.5, it's South Sevier Rams 2, Beavers nothing. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
There were no runs, no hits, no errors.
It's never too early or too late to be thankful for new carpet and flooring. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring has a huge inventory and the service to back it up. Just come in and pick it out, and Shepherd's will do the rest. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring will help you get rid of those old carpets and flooring and replace them with new, stain-resistant carpets or luxury vinyl planks from Shepherd's. With new hours from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, shop Shepherd's at 410 North Main in Richfield, and the deal's done. Life's hard. Don't make it harder. Shop the Jorgensen Automotive Group. The Jorgensen Auto Group bursts the bubble of the big city car deals. Jorgensen Ford Richfield, Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, dealing experiences that fit your lifestyle and budget. You can even shop from the seat of your britches at both Jorgensen dealerships. Sit down or pull over and click on JorgFord.com or JorgChev.com. Start your lifestyle story free of the after-deal remorse you often get in the big city. Enjoy the experience at the Jorgensen Automotive Group.
You're listening to Utah's sports leader,
KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here alongside our partners, V6 Media, Larry H. Miller Ballpark, 2A Championship Baseball. We're in the winner's bracket. South Sevier 2-0 over Beaver. Dallas Yardley facing Ridge Tebbs. First pitch, ball one outside. Keegan Heath, Tate Brown wait to get their chance.
Yeah, Ridge Tebbs flew out to left field his first time, hit it well, but right to Hollingshead.
1-0 pitch from Yardley, curveball, just drops right down in there.
You know, and I've talked about this, but I'm going to say it again. There's such a change of speeds that it really makes those hitters of South Sevier have to wait. They can't just unload.
The other curveball, that one's in the dirt though. Next count 2-1. Here's the 2-1. That one stays outside. Ball three. Ridge Tebbs, good speed too.
Yeah. That's the thing with this whole lineup for South Sevier. If they get on base, they can all run.
And will. That one's way out. Ridge takes a look back, sees that Evans has got it. Put the base on balls. Second base on balls for Yardley. The one thing the South Sevier Rams haven't done yet today is strike out. That brings up Keegan Heath. He had a single and scored the first run in the ball game. There goes the runner. That one's way late.
We talked about that, the speed of this South Sevier team and Ridge Tebbs, and you mentioned that they will run, and right there shows you first pitch. They're going to get off to the races. A stolen base for Ridge Tebbs. And
Keegan Heath, you're willing to take the strike, too, to give his teammate a chance.
Well, and he had a base hit his last time up, and he knows he gets him down there. He has a chance for an RBI this time.
So here's the 0-1. The curveball stays up. Beaver crowd didn't like that. You hear the oohs and ahs over there, but like I said, it's tough for us to see where we're at, where that is, you know, in the vertical plane. Oh, swing and a miss. Strike two. Looked like that one was down.
Yeah, Heath probably chased a bad pitch right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's what we got, Blue. Thank you.
Still, you know, pretty much the shift is on, I would say, for the defense, but big hole that right side.
Well, Keegan Heath will hit that way.
And he will, and Riley Barney showed him that you throw me outside, I'm going to hit the ball that way, and it cost Beaver a run, but Deegan Blackner did a good job, or it might have cost him more.
That one's lifted to the right-hand side. First baseman calling for it. He's got it for the P3.
Well, and I think that was the idea. Keegan Heath's thinking, hey, if I get that pitch, I'm going to drive it that way, and he just got under it and popped it up the first baseman.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up Tate Brown. Tate hitting .419, 20 runs driven in. He got a base on balls his last time up. Batting from the left side. Here's the first pitch. Yep. Got timeout. Got a
balk. Balk, yep. Didn't pause. We saw that earlier. One of the it was Thompson for Duchesne got away with a balk or no pause, and home plate umpire right here called that one, and that's going to be huge because now South Sevier has another runner. Not only was he in scoring position at second base, but now he's 90 feet away, so a pass ball or anything like that, or even a ground ball to the right side, he should be able to score.
Next pitch to Tate Brown. That's lifted to center field. That's going to be deep enough probably to score him. He got off on the pitch. Here comes the air ball. No go. So the F8 is the second out, but gets the RBI for Tate Brown.
Yeah, sac fly into center field for Tate Brown, and that's a big one because that balk then cost a run essentially.
So 1 out, 2 outs in the ball game, in the inning, I should say. That's going to bring up Peyton Ingram, 415, 3 home runs, 20 runs driven in. Had a single his first time up. Curveball, big curveball. Stayed way upstairs though.
We have Peyton Ingram singling an RBI his first at bat. He's looking to get on here and get a 2-out rally going for South Sevier as they lead Beaver right now in the bottom of the third, 3-0.
1 run in each frame so far for the Beavers. That one's down. Makes the count 2-1. 3 runs, 3 hits. 2 left on base so far for the South Sevier Rams. No runs. That ball's hit towards the shortstop. Comes up, one hops it to the first baseman.
That was a super strong throw. Really good play from Deegan Bailey. He had to use the one hop to get it to the first baseman over there, Hoyt Blomquist, and a nice stretch for out number 3.
So, 1 run on no hits, no errors, and no runner left on base. So after 3 complete, 3-0, South Sevier will be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
If building dreams is how you make your living, demand the performance of New Holland construction equipment from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora. Choose from skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, loader backhoes, compact excavators, and more. Built-in visibility, stability, and comfort allow you to work with a higher level of confidence, speed, and efficiency. Learn more about the performance of New Holland construction equipment. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
Dr. Richard Yardley grew up on a cattle ranch and learned the values of hard work and simple truths, like fences don't repair themselves. The same is also true with our vision. Mountain View Vision Center, located in Richfield, has the solution for your optometry needs. From a youngster's first glasses, pre- and post-operative LASIK consultation, or treating cataracts, Mountain View Vision Center is a clear choice. Dr. Yardley trained at the Moran Eye Center and served as the president of Utah's Optometric Association. Mountain View Vision is a winning team, proud to sponsor our local high school athletes.
This is Mark Huntsman, President and CEO of Sunrise Engineering. Thank you to our clients and employees at Sunrise for the opportunity to work together to accomplish many great things. When you think of an engineering company, roads and water systems may come first to your mind. At Sunrise, we're in the people business. The people at Sunrise work hard to create solutions that work and relationships that last for the people of our communities. To become part of the Sunrise team or to learn more about our professional services, visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
Your home for high school sports. KSVC.
Okay, Willie Akers. Nolan Anderson back here at Larry H. Miller alongside our broadcast partners, V6 Media, Mountain Uinta Basin. So I want to welcome all you that may be listening or watching out there in the Uinta Basin. And reminding you that this broadcast is brought to you by Channel V6 in part, providing live and video on-demand access to high school sports across the Uinta Basin in northeastern Utah. Download the free mobile app or go to channelv6.com. Dr. Freeman's still on for Coach Eric Baker. We show him unofficially 49 pitches, yet they're going to try and keep him under 60. Going to have to throw 11 or less here.
And they haven't had anybody down warming up in the bullpen yet either, so it'd be interesting to see how these first few batters, what he does as he faces them.
They had Bo Brindley up. He was the number 14, and, you know, he been hurt, and they thought maybe they might be able to get a couple innings out. This might be the place they choose to test him. He's had problems with the growth of the tendon in his throwing arm. Not an injury, just the growth problem. So, Deegan Bailey, first pitch swinging. That'll help.
Well, and the other thing, too, Coach Baker may rethink this as this game progresses. Depends on how things go. But right now, Riker Freeman yet to give up a hit. Got the 3-0 lead.
Next pitch hit right at the shortstop. Ridge Tebbs comes up, throwing. 6-3. Ground out. Out number one. Just 2 pitches there. So,
yeah.
You never know if they get him through this, top of the 4th inning.
Well, and they get a few more runs, maybe increase the lead a little bit.
Yeah, get through here with 11 or less, and then they can make that decision depending on what they do in the bottom of the inning. So Titan fails. Down on a base of balls, strike 1. Yep. That's the first time in the ball game he's gone strike 1 to the first 2 hitters he put. No, second time. Take that back. Next one's down. Titan fails.
Yeah, misses down, but once again, we've talked about that. If you're going to miss, that's the spot to miss if you're Riker Freeman.
Curveball. Ooh, this gets down in a hurry down there. Ball 2. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Yeah, just come in with the fastball in on the hands and fell swung right over the top of that one.
2-2. There's one that's lifted. Foul, is it going to stay in play? No, it's 3 rows up into the stands right behind the South Sevier dugout.
Yeah, had the fans scattering right there for a little bit. Peyton Ingram made chase and then realized that one's going to be out of play.
Well, fans, it's probably good to scatter. You never know what's going to happen if that ball hits a seat or the rail or the concrete or something. You're liable to get beamed. 2-2's the count. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 3. 6th strikeout for Freeman.
Left fielder, number 34.
8 pitches.
Andrew Hollingshead.
He's going to have to throw 3 or less here to Hollingshead. They're going to try and keep him at the 60. First pitch. Freeman wanted that one. Shaking his head. I don't see anybody down there. Next one. Swing right at the third baseman. This might help.
Yep.
Okerlund across the diamond for out number 3, and that keeps him 5-3. 3 outs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pitches leaves him at 59.
There were no runs, no hits,
So
no
we'll see
errors,
what they decide depending on this inning here. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. At the end of 3.5, it's the South Sevier Rams 3, the Beavers nothing on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
pulled that one right at Coach Brown down there at third base, strike 2.
And they're fairly deep too, and you know, for good reason. Biggs Northrop has lots of power, leads his team in home runs.
So 0-2 is the count. Nobody out, 3-0 in favor of South Sevier at bat. Curveball, that's lifted, and that's going to be trouble with everybody playing as deep as I know. Deegan Bailey goes out from shortstop, so the P6. I thought with as deep as the left fielder was playing, that ball may have been hit a little farther, but Deegan Bailey took control.
Yeah, he went out, got camped underneath it. I do think that Hollingshead probably could have called him off and taken it, but recognized that no need for that Bailey was already camped under it, and good communication out there between the shortstop and left fielder.
Good call. Kenyon Okerlund when the bat takes curveball for strike 1.
And we saw Okerlund get on the E5 and then picked up a stolen base.
Yeah, and scored. That one's way outside. Ball 1. So 1 out. 1-1's the count here. That one's lifted foul to the left-hand side behind the third base dugout. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-0's your score. South Sevier here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Next pitch to Okerlund in the dirt. Even things up 2-2.
Yeah, good eye, and we've talked about how patient these hitters are and how they don't chase many bad pitches, and so far there's not been 1 strikeout on this South Sevier team.
So the 2-2 pitch from Dallas Yardley, Kenyon Okerlund. Curve ball stays up.
Still got that breeze blowing out the center field as you see that flag kind of waving out there.
Yep. It's just a little stiffer than it was earlier, but that's not surprising this time of the day. Next pitch in the dirt. Okerlund's going to have another base on balls. That's the 3rd given up by Dallas Yardley. Go with the 1 balk.
Well, and he's already got the 1 stolen base, so you would expect Coach Baker to give him the opportunity to steal another base. Especially with, if they can pick the right pitch count, some of these slow curveballs gives you an excellent chance to get a huge jump.
Tyson Robb flew out to the left fielder his first time up. That's hit right hard at the shortstop. Falling down, throws to first, over to second for the double play. 6-4-3 double play.
Yeah, and you hear the Beaver crowd get excited. You know, anytime you can turn a double play into potential rally, that's a big thing, and that's going to give Beaver a chance to come to bat, trailing 3-0.
And no runs, no hits, no errors. At the end of 4 complete, 3-0 South Sevier. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
At Dairy Farmers of American Beaver, we are proud to share the simple pleasures of real dairy straight from our family farms. Our cooperative is owned by our farmers. They are personally invested, which makes each bowl of ice cream even sweeter. Dairy Farmers of American Beaver brings the joy of local farms to your family. From fresh dairy goodness like ice cream and a variety of cheese, Dairy Farmers of American Beaver is proud to sponsor our student athletes on the field and in the classroom.
Complete coverage of local high school sports on
KSVC.
Yeah, Mid-Utah Radio Sports. We're back here with our broadcast partners, V6 Media, Larry H. Miller Field on the Brigham Young campus. And Nolan Anderson alongside me. 3-0 ball game going to the top of the 5th. Cutler Matheson, Braden Evans, and Hoyt Blomqvist get to face Riker Freeman. So it looks like you're going to ride him out, Coach.
Yeah, at this point, Coach Baker recognizes 3-0, a little too close a game, and so far, Freeman's give up a few walks, but he's yet to give up a hit.
So yeah, he's got to go 5 innings to get the no-hitter too, doesn't he? Might be part of the consideration. Next pitch fouled off, even things up at 1-1. Got the 5-6 strikeouts, no hits. South Sevier's committed just to 1 error. Dirt ball in the dirt. Ball 2.
Yeah, Cutler Matheson too drew a walk his first time up.
Stole second. It stays upstairs. Something in at Freeman. Here's the 3-1 right there.
Yeah, you see him, Freeman, and like you said, Rich Tebbs getting him some words of encouragement there as the senior leader at shortstop. And he just shakes his head and comes right back, right down the middle for strike 2.
Just remembering that, buddy, Riker Freeman, just a sophomore.
Yeah.
They're on the mound. There's one that's lifted towards the right-hand side. Tyson Robb coming on, got good speed, and he's got it for out number 1. On the F9. Did I number the field yet?
No, you have not.
Okay,
you better explain that.
Every position on the field has a number. Pitcher 1, catcher 2, first to third, 3, 4, 5, shortstop 6, outfield left to right, 7, 8, and 9. So the F9s will fly out to the right fielder. Now you know everything I know about scorekeeping. That brings up Braden Evans. Struck out his only time up. Takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Batting on catcher, number 12, Braden Evans.
Well, and you've seen Riker Freeman get behind 3-1, but he came back, strike 2, and then forced Matheson to swing the bat, because if not, it's going to be strike 3. But I think that was part of the reason that Tebbs is hollering at him, hey, we got good defense, just throw strikes.
That one stays upstairs as well. Ball 2. It's upstairs. We talked about what he's been missing early in the ball game. Everything is missing down now. Seems to be missing up. Shaking his head. 3-0 pitch. On its way. Automatic for strike 1.
Yeah, and Evans was trying to give him kind of that fake bunt, trying to throw him off a little bit, but it didn't phase Freeman as he gets strike 1 across.
So the 3-1. Evans steps out. Freeman steps off. We'll take a break here. No, not really. I'm still here. B6 Media wouldn't let me do that. Here's the 3-1. Right there, strike 2 on the corner.
Freeman's done that a lot. He's fallen behind. He has give up the 3 walks, but when he's needed to, he's just challenged the hitters and thrown it right down the middle.
Full count. That one's lifted to the right-hand side, going to get out of play back behind us towards the softball field.
It's interesting, too, that the way that South Sevier defensively has positioned their players in the outfield, both left and right field are pretty much shading the line. There's huge gaps, and then center field straight away.
Yeah, in case somebody's late on the swing, which not beyond. The third strike looking did Braden Evans. It's a second looky-loo, and 7 total for Riker Freeman. Top of that.
Yeah, once again, basically just said, here's my fastball, see if you can hit it, and not sure what Evans was looking for, but caught him on that called third strike for out number 2.
So that brings up Hoyt Blomqvist. He struck out his last time up. Upstairs again, ball 1. He's there in the glove.
Yeah, chased a high fastball that time, did Blomquist, and he's probably rethinking that swing.
1-1's count. 2 outs. Oh, pulled him on the curveball.
Yeah, it took a lot of change of speed, a lot off of that last pitch, and got him waving at the curveball right there for strike 2.
Tried to hold off, but couldn't do it. That broke the barrier. 1-2. On its way, struck him out. So, here again, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Trying to figure out what we're doing here. At the end of 4 1/2, it's South Sevier Rams 3, the Beavers nothing. We're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
This is how 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, get a $4,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
I had one of our favorite fans, old D-Bob. So, out here supporting 2A baseball. So I get on the right page here now. We're going to go with Cameron Hesse. First pitch from the Yardley is outside for ball 1. 3 runs on. Well, we got more than 3 hits, don't we?
No.
3 hits, I guess. 2 runners left on base. That one's fouled off down the left-hand side. I thought maybe I got behind, Coach, but nope. There we go. Just the 3. Have the 1 error on South Sevier. Have 3 on Beaver. Next pitch. That's giving a good lift. Center field. That may get past him. That's going to. Nope.
No, that's the If you could have seen the play that he made on the ball that Biggs Northrop hit, that was the identical, exactly the same thing in left center field. What a catch as he lays out, catches it, falls right on the warning track.
Yep. That was a little deeper even than Northrop's hit. So he took off. I thought sure it was going to get over him, but he didn't.
Great speed.
So that brings up Riley Barney. 1 for 2 on the day. Got picked up trying to stretch out a single his last time up. That one bounces out there about 54 feet.
You know, it's hard to. Dallas Yardley's kind of getting overlooked right now, but he's actually thrown a really good game. Only give up the 3 hits and the 3 runs, but Riker Freeman, no hits, no runs.
Yep. Stays outside for ball 2.
I mean, this is probably the fewest hits and runs so far from the South Sevier team that they've had all year long.
Next pitch, ball 3.
This is when they're dangerous, though, when they draw a few walks and mix in a few hits, and they can put the runs on you quickly.
They get the carousel started. It's hard to shut it down. There's strike 1. So the 3-1, 1 out here. Bottom of 5th, that's hit to the right-hand side. Is he going to be able to get to it? Yes. Another one, run down to Deegan Blackner, runs that one down for the F9.
And Riley Barney, he got a base hit that way the first time, and picked up an RBI, but that one he just hit a little bit too hard and it hung up in the air a little too long.
Yep, the Beavers showing the speed they've got in the outfield. Speed can do a lot of things for the defense, offensively. So that's going to bring Ridge Tebbs to the plate. He flew out to left field. Base on balls. Advanced on a balk. Curveball. Dismissed. Braden Evans asking where that one was at.
Yeah, and you talked about the balk. He drew the walk, then he stole second, then he was balked to third, then he scored on the sac fly to center field from Keegan Heath.
Well, it's lifted foul. That's going to get out of play back behind us here. Even things up at 1-1. Yep, this is the kind of ball games you look to have in the winner's bracket of a state tournament. 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. In favor of the home team, the South Sevier Rams. That's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, that's the thing. Even with 2 outs, if Ridge Tebbs can find himself on base, he can steal a base. Then you got Keegan Heath right behind him. Tate Brown, 3-4 hitters coming up to try to drive him in.
Yep, that stays up. One on its way. He lifts that one up. Shortstop lost it. Maybe he picked it back up now.
He did. He lost it and he got some help from both the second and third baseman and was able to find it for out number 3 as Ridge Tebbs pops up to the shortstop.
P6, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. I know you're getting tired of hearing that, but at the end of 5 complete, it's 3-0 South Sevier. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments.
Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care. Closer to home.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
At V6 Media, we specialize in helping businesses tell their stories with powerful and engaging video. But telling your story is just the starting point. Telling it to the right people in the right place is how you make it count. Our team can help by delivering your ad in places like Google, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We'll make sure that your business is being seen. Your business has a story to tell. Let us help. V6 Media.
Bentley Bradshaw upstairs for ball 1. Talk about got a no-hitter coming into the inning here, does Riker Freeman. Next one's upstairs as well. The only blemish really has been the 3 base on balls. So the 2-0 pitch. Outside for ball 3.
Yeah, we've seen Freeman fall behind like this before, but then he's been able to shake his head and just kind of relax and come back with strike 1 and 2 and then even 3 sometimes.
There's old automatic for strike 1. Next one's on the way, swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Yeah, just blew the fastball right past Bentley Bradshaw right there. Makes his count full.
3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. Oh, he walks him.
Yeah, that one I just think he flat out overthrew as he really tried to bring it a little extra. Wanted that strikeout and leaves that one outside. Actually gets past Ingram and goes to the backstop. That's twice he's walked Bentley Bradshaw.
8 strikeouts, 4 walks. Runner at first. Bradshaw, good speed. Just saw that in the outfield a few minutes ago. Deegan Blackner. Freeman comes across, makes it close. That wasn't his best move either.
No.
That ball's lifted to left field. That could be trouble.
Yeah,
that's going to ruin the no-hitter. A little tweener.
Yeah, just a little base hit where he pops it up into short left field, right out there in that triangle between left, center, and shortstop, and drops it in. And now Beavers got runners at first and second here with no outs.
Yeah, Big Northup, I don't think he picked it up right away off the bat. So Riker Freeman going to dig back in. Got runners at first and second.
You know, and sometimes that happens. You just get walked. You know, you walk someone, and so you really want to make sure you get strike one in. And Deegan Blackner was swinging first pitch.
That one's upstairs for ball 1. Runners at first and second. They had runners at second and third with 1 out back in the second inning and couldn't score. Struck out the next 2 batters he faced. Got no out. He's going to have to strike out 3 here. He wants to talk to Peyton Ingram.
Yeah, one of the coaches said something to him prior to that, and then he stepped on the mound, and I think he was still getting instruction from the dugout, and so then he calls out Ingram and wants to go over things. Maybe they're figuring that maybe Beaver checking signs or something with the runner at second base. Bodie Wheatley right here, the 2-hitter, backwards K, and then flew out to center field.
One was looking to square the bunt. Not a bad idea. You need 3. You get 1 or 2. That throws things up, give you another shot in the last inning.
Yeah, Tate Brown coming up on the grass now. Give him a base hit right there as he beats out the infield bunt. A really good play too. Brown fielded it clean and zipped that one over to first base to Barney, but Wheatley just beats it out.
Yeah, good speed there.
That's going to bring out Coach Brown to talk to the infield, you know, and Riker Freeman's been, you know, he's been stellar all game long. Gives up a little pop-up single into left center, and then the infield single there mixed in with the walk, and they still have the 3-0 lead, but South Sevier in a jam.
So sending somebody out, I couldn't get the number.
Yeah, it looks like Stockton Roberts is going to go down, and I think that's what this is all about. This visit's just to get Stockton Roberts down there, get him loose. They don't want to give up this 3-0 lead, but at the same time, they're going to battle.
Got an update at the end of 3. It's Juab 7, Manti 7. That's championship bracket as well. The undefeated bracket in the 3A over at Kearns Field with Robert Lovell and Corey Sorensen.
Yeah, Deegan Bailey right now flew out to left field, ground out to the shortstop on the 6-3. Beavers.
He's hit the ball as hard as anybody.
Yeah, it really has, and they're back in business with loaded bases, no outs.
In on the corners, couple play depth up the middle. Good stop there on one in the dirt.
Yeah, and that one happened to skip off home plate, but we've seen in the last game, Willie, when you hit that first part of that turf, that extra piece there, it'll bounce over the catcher's head. Fortunate for South Sevier, that one skipped off the plate.
Speedy Bentley Bradshaw down there at third base. Lifted foul. Back here just to our right. Even things up at 1-1. This is definitely the biggest jam that Freeman's been in.
Yeah, and you know, in this game too, from what I've seen him, he's thrown a lot more fastballs than he has his curveball.
Yep. There's the curveball. Gets down under the bat of Bodie, or of Deegan Bailey.
Yeah, that curveball looked good, and that's just, you know, he hasn't needed to throw a lot of curveballs, but he hasn't. He's thrown lots of fastballs, and that might be something maybe to consider to mix it up a little bit.
Well, the curveball stays up, though. Leaving things up at 2-2.
And he slapped his glove. He knew that when he just didn't get the tight rotation he needed, didn't pull down on it hard enough.
Get down over that front leg. That's lifted towards the right side. Oh, if he could have kept his foot on.
Yeah, Beaver's base running just about. Beaver's base running just about cost him huge right there, but Barney with the nice catch, and then not able to get the double play at first base, and then Bradshaw down there at third almost got himself in a jam, but luckily for Beaver, they just end up with the one out, and they still have loaded bases because South Sevier almost turned 2 on that.
Yeah, it was close. Just the throw kind of threw Tate Brown off balance. He fell off, foot came off. If he'd been able to keep that foot on, they'd have had the double play. So 1 out. That's going to bring up Titan Fails, cleanup hitter. First pitch. Down in the dirt for ball 1. No pitch. It's downstairs as well.
Yeah, no place to put him if you're Freeman. Got to challenge him right here.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded. There's the strike. Beaver crowd oohs because Peyton Ingram couldn't hold on to it, but
I was going to say
it just pops out.
It was just late movement too, and yeah, he wasn't able to catch that one cleanly.
1 ball or 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Close, but not quite. 3-1. Got no place to put him. Bases are loaded. I think I'm watching one here.
Yeah.
That's a run.
Yeah, Kenyon Okerlund, you know, Smart just coming off and telling him, you know, good job, but they're going to bring out Coach Brown's coming out again, so that's the second time that's going to make a pitching change. So you're going to see Stockton Roberts coming in out of the bullpen.
Okay, we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Beaver Valley Hospital is excited to announce their new maternity wing opening this spring. Specially designed for the health, comfort, and safety of mothers and babies. All the latest equipment found in large hospitals with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Beaver Valley Hospital, your full-service community hospital, features state-of-the-art health care where you can feel confident with their full array of services such as inpatient care, maternity, home health, surgical, emergency, physical therapy, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital, a proud supporter of Beaver High School. Tebs Financial is proud to support our local high school baseball teams located at 180 North, 100 East, Suite C, in Richfield. Owner Haley Tebs is happy to help with all of your individual and group health insurance needs. At Tebs Financial, they can also offer a wide range of investment options, including IRAs and college savings plans. Stop in or call 893-2107. And remember, Babe Ruth once said, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Securities offered through Parkland Securities Company, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Tebs Financial is independent of Parkland Securities.
The only time we want to hear the sound of crashing metal is at the Demolition Derby. When it happens to you, don't despair. Trust two guys who care. Tony and Dave's Auto in Beaver. They have the experience to restore your ride, from new cars or trucks to classic muscle cars. Tony and Dave have years of experience in collision and automotive repair. When you bring your car or truck to Tony and Dave's Auto, you can trust two guys who care. Located at 115 North Main in Beaver, 435-438-5400. They're as American as red, white, and Beaver High School blue.
Your source for high school sports.
KSBC.
Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. We've got a pitch and change for South Sevier. Be a straight change. Stockton Roberts for Riker Freeman. Stockton Roberts comes in with a 2.10 ERA, 16 2/3 innings pitched, 1 base on ball to 20 Ks.
Yeah, he's thrown really well. In fact, we saw him on Saturday, similar type format where Freeman threw, I think, the first 5 innings, and Roberts came in and threw the last 2. Or no, that was a 10-run game.
Yeah,
so it was maybe 4-1.
Yep.
But Roberts has been finishing well for the South Sevier team and Coach Baker, and they're going to go to the righty, another sophomore.
Thinking you're looking at that 1 base on balls too. You don't want to walk another run in here.
Yeah, and they have the lead. South Sevier does 3-1 with 1 out, but they do have loaded bases, and they bring to the plate Andrew Hollingshead, the left fielder, who struck out and grounded out to third in his last at bat.
First pitch right there, strike 1.
That's the toughest pitch. Get that first pitch across, and Roberts has been in this situation before, so he can relax a little bit and throw like he knows how.
Home plate now in the shadow. There's one that's lifted to right field. That's going to get down. That's going to score at least 1. They're going to bring the runner. And throw to third behind him. Going to get the out at third. But it does tie the ball game.
And once again, Beavers base running costing them right there because being a little bit too aggressive, trying to go first to third. Really nice job of Rob getting the ball in quickly, hitting the cutoff, and a nice throw to third base for the tag out. Coach Carter's arguing that he didn't even tag him, and he's saying no, he slid off the bag. But base hit does tie the game now. Nice hit from Hollingshead, driving that pitch into right field.
Yeah. So, tie ball game now. Top of the 6th. Stockton Roberts now is going to face Cutler Matheson, with just the runner Andrew Hollingshead on first base, but it is a tie ball game.
Yeah, Coach Carter talked to the home plate umpire, but he's not going to get any help from him. With the 3-man crew, you've got an umpire right there. Whether he tagged him or not, it was one of those things you probably need to hold up there at second base and just a little bit too aggressive, and it cost him. But nonetheless, big-time hit from Hollingshead to come up with the single and 2 RBIs to tie this game.
Yep, we've seen that aggressiveness bite both teams now.
Yep.
Brings up Cutler Matheson. He's a tough out. Ball 1. New life. That woke up the crowd here on the Beaver side of the ballpark. Just saying, home plate's now in the shadows. That sun going to be low. It's going to live drives and stuff like that to the left side of the infield and outfield. Going to be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, it looked like Hollingshead maybe leaning a little bit towards second base as Roberts throws over to first base, but Hollingshead able to get back in safely.
Ooh, slide step. Called the ball. Looked like he got the little bit of that movement. It's going to tail in on the right-handers, but Blue says no on that one. Throw across. No go. Tie ball game, 3-3. 2 outs. The aggressiveness may have cost the Beavers a go-ahead opportunity here. Next pitch.
Yeah, South Sevier didn't like that one, but Beavers happy with it as that one goes to 3-0. Must have just left it up just a little bit, but nonetheless, you got to come back now with strike one right here.
Couldn't do it. Knocked him. So puts a go-ahead run at second base. First base on balls for Stockton Roberts.
That's going to bring up Braden Evans, who struck out swinging his first time and then was caught looking his second time up. So 2 strikeouts, 0 for 2 on the day.
First pitch right there down the middle, strike one. Stockton Roberts, just a sophomore as well. Got some good velocity, got a ball that's going to tail in on the right-hander's, got a good curveball. There's that curveball, though it stays up. Didn't get on top of that one.
Nope. Well, right now, too, Beaver, just the life in the dugout and the crowd's kind of got the momentum right now. South Sevier looking for a way to get out number 3.
That's called strike 2. Like I said, Braden Evans looked at strike 3 on the 7th pitch he saw last time up. That was against Riker Freeman.
Yeah.
Now he's down 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's hit right back at pitcher over to first base for out number 3.
Nice play there from Stockton Roberts. He able to come back, just get the strike across and get the ground ball back to him for out number 3.
So, at the end of 5.5, it's the Beavers come up with 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors. They left 2 on. So at the end, like I said, at 5.5, it's 3-3 with the South Sevier Rams coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's Meat Department.
Piece of that one. So 0-2 to Keegan Heath. Here's the 0-2. Curveball, that's hit right at the shortstop. Across the diamond, but pulls him off, but gets him on the sweep tag. I think Heath thought maybe the hitter's foot was already on the base, but saying not so. 6-3, route number 1.
Yeah, that was just a hard hit ground ball, but right to the shortstop, and nice play from Deegan Bailey, and then a better play there on the first baseman's part, Hoyt Blomquist, as the ball was thrown up the line a little bit, pulled him off, but he got the sweep tag as Heath went by.
First pitch to Tate Brown, that's going to drop down in there for base hit.
Yeah, and you'll probably see now pinch runner, and then they'll re-enter Tate Brown as he comes up with a big hit there with 1 out. Now he's 1 for 2 with the walk. Does have the 1 RBI.
Yeah, who we got here? That's number 5.
Payson Mitchell.
Payson Mitchell, yeah. Couldn't think of his name. Payson Mitchell. The pinch runner. Tate's trying to get the rally started.
That's only the 4th hit of the game for South Sevier. Beaver does have the 3 hits.
Brings up Peyton Ingram. Get on an error and grounded out to the shortstop. Came in hitting .415 with 3 home runs. That one's lifted to the right-hand side. Is that going to get out of play? Yes, it is. Right behind the first base dugout for strike 1. So Dallas Yardley's done a real good job.
He really has. I've been super impressed with the pitching performance from him and defensively for Beaver. I mean, they've made some plays.
Next pitch going to go across. Boy, had Payson Mitchell leaning there.
Yeah, now after that swing, that last swing of Ingram fouling that one off towards the first base dugout, Beaver side, they're bringing in the right fielder more towards the right field line and in closer to second base. He's playing really deep in right center field, and they've adjusted that. But center fielder still shading the left side, and left fielder pretty much straight away.
Oh, that's going to plunk the hitter. So the hit by pitch, going to put runners at first and second with just one out.
Yeah, that's a big hit by pitch because you get that go-ahead run now to second base, and that's going to bring Coach Daniel Carter out of the dugout to head to the mound and talk this one over.
Yeah, that's the first one that he's hit. So, okay, we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
This is Brenda Bartholomew, CEO of Gunnison Valley Hospital. This past year, we celebrated our 90th year. It was a great experience for us to reflect on our rich history. I'm grateful to work shoulder to shoulder with remarkable people. Every day, doctors, nurses, technicians, support staff, and administration come to serve, provide care, and support our organization. Their skill and dedication to patients and to each other continue to amaze me. I could not be prouder, and I'm humbled by the incredible staff. I would like to express thanks to our communities for supporting us as we look forward to the next 90 years.
For more than 40 years, Jones and DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. That trip to the mound was looking at the biggest bat in the South Sevier lineup from Coach Daniel Carter, who takes, or Biggs Northup takes a called strike one. Next pitch, right down the middle. Ooh, ripped just past third base coach.
Yeah, if there was a what you'd call turned on that one, that was a pitch that Biggs Northup turned on and hit it right down the third base dugout.
0-2 with one out. Not a real big lead out there from Payson Mitchell. Trying to hold him on, but he's been real close to the vest there. Here's a ball called strike three.
Yeah, Northrop knew it too, as he wanted to swing, but it was too late. Caught him with the fastball on the outside part of the plate. I think he was maybe looking for the off-speed pitch.
That's going to bring up Canyon Okerlund.
That's the first strikeout, too, from any South Sevier hitter.
First pitch, Canyon Okerlund, curveball. Stays upstairs, ball one. So, the go-ahead runs, second base. See if Canyon Okerlund can find a hole somewhere. Here's the pitch. Down for ball two. You do not want to walk this guy.
No, because
that go-ahead run 90 feet from scoring.
Because then a pass ball, anything ties the game. There's 2 outs, too, here.
Tyson Robb, the number 2 man on the team in RBIs, standing in the on-deck circle. Ball 3's in the dirt.
Yeah, Okerlund
number 3 man
got on the E5 and then drew a walk his last time up, and is sitting here with a 3-0 count.
That's going to catch the corner for strike one.
Yeah, Yardley took a lot off that pitch that time. He really wanted to get that strike across. Okerlund's got to be ready for this pitch because you would expect a similar pitch from Yardley on this one.
Drives that one long ways. That's going to get
out of here. 3-run bomb.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, he was. He was sitting on that pitch, and that's a 3-run bomb to give South Sevier the lead back 6-3. And you couldn't ask for a bigger hit at a bigger moment for South Sevier. And Canyon Okerlund made Yardley pay for getting behind 3-0.
Yes, he did in a big way. When we talked about Canyon Okerlund coming in, he had the one home run, but now he's got his second on the season, and it's a big one, none bigger than that one. So that
that was right down the left field line at 347 and just went over the top of the wall by a foot or two.
Yeah, it did hit the tree out there, but that tree, part of them things are right there.
Right there by the fence.
Okay, that's going to bring up Tyson Robb. Curveball, misses by a long shot. Outside, gets all the way to the screen. Cameron Hesse comes over and picks that up. Next pitch, it stays upstairs for ball 2.
That's the thing about this South Sevier lineup is they're dangerous 1 through 9. Canyon Okerlund, the 7-hitter with the 3-run bomb.
He's fouled right straight back here towards us. Yeah, like I said, 347 feet down there. He probably hit it 348, maybe 350. We'll have to look on the way out tonight, see how far behind the fence that the tree is. I've seen him rustling the leaves on the. And
if you're South Sevier, I don't think they even care. They would have been happy with 1 run, but they'll take 3.
That comes right straight back at us, even things up at 2 and 2.
In Yardley, he's pitched phenomenal. Just got behind 3-0 and then had to groove a 3-1 pitch and give Okerlund a chance to see it and then throw the same pitch on 3-2. Well, and you think about that damage too. That was with 2 outs. That was a big time. We talk about clutch performances and clutch opportunities, and nothing more clutch than Canyon Okerlund's 3-run homer.
That is a killer. So, South Sevier Rams come up with 3 runs. They do it on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So after 6 complete, it's 6-3 in favor of the South Sevier Rams. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
At Nephi, or give them a call at 435-623-0720. That's Harmon Tire and Nephi. Go Wasps!
Your home, life, and auto insurance deserve a winning team. Farmers Insurance Dan Cranny Agency introduces the newest member of the team, Gabe Cranny. Yep, it's now a doubleheader. But who needs insurance? If you own a home, farm, ranch, business, or have a spouse, children, or livestock, you need insurance. Get peace of mind with a winning team to make sure home sweet home stays that way. Call Dan or Gabe Cranny at Farmers Insurance of Richfield, 435-896-5453, 896-5453. America can depend on farmers.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here, top of the 7th inning. The 6th inning was fireworks for both teams. Each team scored 3 runs. First pitch lifted to the right-hand side. Right fielder Tyson Robb's out there. Pull that in for out number 1. Gives Beavers down to their last 2 outs. But the Beavers came up with 3 runs in their half. And then the South Sevier Rams answered back with a 3-run homer from Canyon Okerlund to take the 6-3 lead. Bentley Bradshaw and Deegan Blackner.
Well, and this is where Beavers done their damage. Is Bentley Bradshaw started off with the walk. He's got 2 walks on the day. But Stockton Roberts, comes right at him with strike 1.
pitch, curveball. Gets just a piece of that one for strike 2.
Yeah, good looking curveball right there from Roberts. Quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. And now he has the chance to, maybe try to get Brantley Bradshaw to chase something.
Yeah, and we talked about the shadows there, so the ball's coming from the sunshine through the shadow. Curveball is lifted towards center fielder. Keegan Heath coming in. He's got camped under it, got it for out number 2 for the F8. So they're down to their last out. Are the Beavers. Talked if they lose, they're going to come and play Duchesne tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, Deegan Blackner struck out his first time up and then grounded out to second base in his second time, then had the single in his last at-bat.
First pitch, curveball that he gets just a piece of for strike 1. So our next game is scheduled for 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. I think we're going to probably be a little later. 7 o'clock. That was fouled off to the right-hand side. So we may be a little late.
Probably about a 7:30-ish.
Yeah, 7:30. That's
start.
Not too bad for 4 ball games in one day. Beat the third ball game only a little bit behind.
Yeah, 1-2 anyways right there. He tried to paint that outside corner, but Deegan Blackner wasn't going to chase it.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Tried to get on top of one big time there, but forgot how far it was to home plate. He's thinking it's about 54 foot. Missed it by 6 foot.
Stockton Roberts came in a tough situation, but he managed it, weathered the storm, and now he has a chance to pick up the victory right here. If he can get out number 3, he'll be the winning pitcher of record.
That goes full. I want to start it again. You want to get this man right here. If you're Stockton Roberts, called it the ball. So, not dead yet.
Oh, just missed on that outside part of the plate. Need to make a little bit more of an adjustment and bring that one in. But Deegan Blackner draws the walk, and now Beaver still has a chance here.
Eric Baker kind of going back and forth here. So, first pitch outside to Bodie Wheatley.
Yeah, Roberts need to maybe just adjust on the mound a little bit, bring those pitches in. You got the 3-run lead still with good defense behind you.
Yep, this is where the trouble happened back in the top of the 6th. Next pitch down for ball 2. So the 2-0. Right down the middle, strike 1.
Yeah, there he made that adjustment, brought that pitch in a little bit. He's not missing by much. He's just trying to paint that outside corner, and that time he brought it in, got across there for strike 1.
We've got a good hitter here in Bodie Wheatley. The 2-1, that's lifted to the right-hand side and foul. So this could be the last strike, last at-bat. The Beavers were out of balls.
Yeah, 2-2 count, and the umpire says, throw me a few baseballs. We've had too many foul balls that have gone out over the field here.
Yeah, gone out foul, and then, of course, the one Canyon Okerlund deposited out there in the pine tree. So, counts 2-2, 2 outs. Runner on first. That's Beavers down by 3. Bodie Wheatley at the plate. Stockton Roberts on the mound. He's ready for the 2-2 pitch. It's on its way. Curveball stays way up.
Yeah, it's going to make a full count, and you're going to see Deegan Blackner on the pitch going home, going to be taken off. So anything hit on the infield, you don't worry about the runner going a second. You just shoot the ball across the infield.
Deegan Blackner got good speed. There comes the pitch. Peyton Ingram tries to frame it, but it's a base on balls.
That's going to bring the tying run and Deegan Bailey to the plate with runners at first and second now. Bailey is 0 for 3 on the day.
I'm looking back at that called third strike on Biggs Northup, and set up out there in that same area. I think that's what Peyton Ingram's jawing about there as well. So runners first and second, Deegan Bailey up, he hits one to left field. Late start there from Biggs Northup, but he's under it for out number 3, so the F7 is going to end the ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left ons. So the final 6-3 here at Larry H. Miller Stadium in favor of the champs from last year, South Sevier Rams. 6-3. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
It's never too early or too late to be thankful for new carpet and flooring. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring has a huge inventory and the service to back it up. Just come in and pick it out. Shepherd's will do the rest. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring will help you get rid of those old carpets and flooring and replace it with new stain-resistant carpets or luxury vinyl planks from Shepherd's. With new hours from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, shop Shepherd's at 410 North Main in Richfield, and the deal's done. Life's hard. Don't make it harder. Shop the Jorgensen Automotive Group. The Jorgensen Auto Group bursts the bubble of the big city car deals. Jorgensen Ford Richfield, Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, dealing experiences that fit your lifestyle and budget. You can even shop from the seat of your britches at both Jorgensen dealerships. Sit down or pull over and click on JorgFord.com or JorgChev.com. Start your lifestyle story free of the after-deal remorse you often get in the big city. Enjoy the experience at the Jorgensen Automotive Group. If building dreams is how you make your living, demand the performance of